What's up, guys? We just got back from the gym and I actually did an in-body this morning, which has to do with my big announcement. So I do want to show you guys my in-body results and I want to take you through my workout. So let's head back into the gym and I'll show you. All right, you guys, welcome to my leg day today. Today is my first leg day of the week and we are hitting quads, some booty hingement movements, and some hamstrings. So this is my first exercise of the day, a single leg dumbbell hip thrust. These literally kill when you hold the dumbbell like this and really put the pressure on your glutes. I've definitely progressed a lot in this movement and I'm happy that I really actually feel it working my glutes and a little bit in my hamstrings. But today I really wanted to focus on hinge movements with my glutes because Wednesday I'll be focusing more on abductor movements, and then Friday I'll be focusing on just kind of a combination of the two. So starting it off with a single leg really made me warm up each individual glute and obviously was killer. Okay, then moving on, I started my first quad exercise with just a little goblet squat with my dumbbell. And this one I didn't want to go too hard with. I wanted to just focus on going slow and controlled and just, optimizing my quad engagement. So as you can tell, I was moving just a little bit slower and really squeezing for a second at the top, making sure that my booty was also squeezing so that I was just like really in control with this movement so I didn't have to go super heavy for it to be effective. And there's Bay. Cool, moving on. One of my new favorite exercises, straight leg deadlift with this fancy machine. Usually you use this machine for a belt squat, but I figured out you could use this for a straight leg deadlift and I freaking love it. It's so easy to load up the weight and then the movement just feels really effortless and good. Usually, like in the past, my straight leg deadlifts really hurt and I hated doing them. But now, thankfully, with like machines like this and a few other machines that you'll see here in a bit, I really love straight leg movements and it's been game changing for my glute hamstring engagement, whatever you want to call it, and development there. So yeah, still literally dying with my mask on in these exercises. So we've got another hinge movement for my glutes. That last one was hamstring focused. This one is just glutes and I freaking love this machine. I'm so happy to have it here in this new gym. Honestly, it's game changing for glute development. As you can see, it's really isolating of the glutes and it makes you just work so freaking hard. This exercise, I don't even have any weight on this machine and it's really heavy and hard for me. So hopefully I'll be able to progress really well with this movement. If you've never done glutes in that way, you don't know how much it hurts and dies. It's much different than like top loading. Instead of you're like foot loading or bottom loading the glutes, and man, it sucks. You can see me complaining about it and not being able to breathe in my mask. I don't know what I'm saying, but probably that I'm having a heart attack because I felt like I was having a heart attack in this workout. All right, we're moving on to the booty blaster, which I love. You don't have to set up a hip thrust machine, makeshift whole thing on your own with this. It's literally all put together. You just throw the weights on. Super nice. The belt honestly isn't that comfortable, so I kind of have to hold it in place. But overall, I really felt this one in my glutes by the end. You can see me dying. And I think the angle with my feet up like that really gets a good stretch in my glutes personally. And it just freaking burns. I feel it so good. And again, with facial expressions just dead. Okay, one of my next quad focused movements is the hack squat with my feet placed rather high so that I can get really low. I was hitting, the maximum depth you could go on this specific machine and trying to keep my knees in line over my toes and just letting my booty drop down. So I was really focusing on my quads and I definitely did feel it. Again, with this machine, it's just so heavy by itself. I didn't even add weight on and it was destroying my soul. Anyways, love that machine. I'm pretty sure last hamstring exercise. This was super unique. Someone actually showed me this in the gym like 2 days ago. This is my first time trying it, and I absolutely love it. This machine is actually one of those trap machines where that handle is usually on top and you're just kind of like shrugging your shoulders. But this guy showed me how to flip it underneath and then use it as a straight leg deadlift. And I decided to do single leg since I already did double leg earlier. And again, I love it. I probably could have gone heavier, but I was feeling the pump and feeling the burn, which is what matters most. Shooting for an RIR 2 to 3 today, because today's kind of a mini deload week for me. But yeah, I still definitely felt a burn and was working hard. You can see my hamstrings and my glutes engaging a lot in this exercise. Again, complaining about not being able to breathe in my mask. In Omaha, we did not have to wear masks during our workout. So this is definitely something new for me, but I'm not complaining, just getting used to it. Heck yeah, feeling the burn, getting low on this, making sure that my knee is staying in place, the working leg knee, and not bending with my movement. I think that's been my biggest struggle, is really learning to kick my glutes and my hips back and leaving that knee in place. And when you can learn to do that, then this exercise becomes so effective for developing that glute hamstring tie-in, which hopefully will do me well in the next couple of months. And I'm pumping it out at the end, just the last few reps to hit that RIR 2 to 3. And again, angry face, just dead to the world. That was my last exercise of the day, you guys. Got all my volume in, feeling really good, feeling dead, drinking lots of water. And then I finished off my workout with 20 minutes on the elliptical. I am implementing cardio into my routine again, and I personally just really like the elliptical. All right, you guys, hope you enjoyed watching that workout. I'm just going to scan some things for my lunch, and then I want to sit down with you and talk about what my announcement is, talk about my in-body results, and that's pretty much it. Get straight to the point. I'm gonna have some chicken fettuccine alfredo for lunch, so yeah. All right, guys, let's go find my in-body and get looking at it. All right, guys, we have my in-body results here. And for those of you who don't know, an in-body is pretty much just a body scan that shows you more details than just weighing yourself on a scale. It uses, what is it called?
Electroimpedance.
Electroimpedance, so little like pulse signals through your body to measure how much body fat you have, how much water you have, how much lean muscle, etc. So I'm gonna tell you the things that we care about here. So my weight right now is 130 pounds. My body fat percentage right now is 19.4. My BMI is 22.3. If you don't know what those numbers are, look up what they mean, okay? And then, you know, I'm doing a pretty good job with lean muscle and fat. Like, I won't go into it, but pretty much it breaks it down into left arm, left leg, right leg, trunk, and it's pretty balanced, which I'm happy about. My right is always just a tiny bit more muscular than my left, but that's pretty much all I care about right now is my weight. I guess I could tell you my lean body mass, so that's just lean mass on my body, is 104.7 pounds, and my body water is 76.7. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Really great starting point, I feel, for the announcement that you guys have been waiting to hear. No, I'm not pregnant. Okay, let me just get that out here right now. That was the most common guess. No, what the announcement is I am competing in my first ever bodybuilding show. I am competing in the Summer Shredding Classic, the end of June / early July. We don't have an exact date yet, but I will be competing in the bikini division. So I want to give you guys more insight into why I'm competing, why I chose to do this, and kind of how I will be going about it over these next few months. So the reason that you're watching this video today, I think this video I'm going to post it on Wednesday, but today is Monday, and it is day 1 of prep. So excited to officially get started. Like I said, I'm starting at 130 pounds. and my coach here behind the camera. Super nice to have, you know, someone so close to me be my coach. But my goal stage weight is roughly
like, I don't know, 105, 110, 115 pounds.
The thing is, because this is my first show, we don't know exactly what my stage weight will be, but that is roughly the goal, okay? So
probably 110.
Probably 110. Haven't been that weight in a while, but it's gonna be good. All right, now that we've gone through the in-body and you know my little secret, let's go chill on the couch and talk details about what all my prep entails and competing in a show means, and also my reasoning and details about why I'm going to do it. So, let's go. Okay, I have to get rid of this scrunchie. Can you take it? I'm just obsessed with scrunchies.
Then she'll attack me. All right.
Okay.
Scrunchie, go get it. Nope.
She's
not gonna fall for it. Right, so I think it's interesting because in the past, actually we both have said this before, that that you're never gonna compete is what you said before. So first big question that the people have is, what changed your mind?
Yeah, so if you would have asked me this time last year if I would ever do a competition like this, I would have flat out said no. I never want to do that in my life, and I don't care about it. So I think the biggest thing that has changed has been my desire to push myself in that way and to do something so different. She's eating this scrunchie.
Oh my gosh, Daisy.
So over the years, I've definitely developed a huge passion for fitness and developing and growing my body and challenging myself. I competed in a powerlifting competition. I don't even remember how long ago that was.
A little over a year ago.
Over a year ago. It was amazing, it was great, it was super fun and fulfilling to like actually compete in a sport and have a very specific goal. It was really fun. And since then, I've kind of felt like I didn't really have purpose with my fitness. And because it is such a big part of my life, I just really needed more of a purpose. And there's tons of other ways I could have gone with having a more specific goal, but this one really does align with truly what I want in my life right now. And that has obviously changed since last year. I was definitely in a different place last year. Another big reason why I am choosing to compete is the specific show that I'm competing in, which is the Summer Shredding Classic. It's the show that you guys saw us go to last year. Me and Brady took a team, and I was there strictly as a coach. Brady competed, and he was also a coach there as well. And we've gone to that show a few years now, and it really is such an amazing and positive environment. There's been lots of other bodybuilding shows that I've gone to that are just not quite the vibe that I personally want or look up to or desire to be a part of. But this specific show has such a unique feel and atmosphere, and it's really, really inspiring, uplifting. It's a competitive show. People are competitive with each other, but also everyone generally cares about each other. And this show, I am bringing an even bigger team than last year, which is so exciting. The girls were also a big reason why I have decided to compete, because last year it was so fun, and I wanted to be there as a coach to be able to fully support my girls and help us all kind of, get the flow of how the show is gonna go and stuff, and make sure that they were really taken care of. And this year, they've all really encouraged me to do it alongside with them. And it makes me really happy and excited to think about the next few months, how we're going to get to all experience it together. And it makes me happy to know that I get to show up with my girls as well. It kind of brings a whole different aspect to being a coach when we're literally all training for the same show.
Yeah, I think doing this sport alone, it's really respectable and it's fun, but not as fun as doing it with a team and just all being together, and the camaraderie that comes with just doing such a crazy sport all together.
Right, yeah, I think that's definitely a big factor with me deciding to actually compete, because the idea of competing in the past has always been kind of more selfish in a sense, gotta, get really lean, do really good, compete, all that, which is awesome. Like, I do have a competitive side to me. I am going to go all in with this show, but I love the feeling more of being supported by people around me and kind of doing something with other people. It's more fulfilling to me. So yeah, I don't know, I'm doing it for me, like, end all. I'm doing it for me. I really want to just see how far I can take it in this realm in fitness. I've definitely developed a deeper level of respect for competition the more that I've dove into understanding it and seeing the process of how it works and stuff like that. In the past, I have said that part of the reason that I don't want to compete is because it's not healthy, which I still believe, you know.
It's still true, yeah.
It's still true, it's not healthy, but I feel like right now in my life, I have the support that I need to be able to do it as healthy as possible. Not only the external support, like my husband as my coach, my team, all that good stuff. I do have the mental, really good, strong relationship with my training and with food right now. I've never had a better relationship with food, and the way that I normally eat right now is very aligned with how most of my prep is going to go. So I think that overall, I'm prepared to do something like this, which is really important for me, and it's going to make it like a positive and a uplifting experience. Still hard, still very challenging, all that good stuff, but overall more positive, which in the past, I felt like it might not have been that. So yeah, all positive vibes.
I'm gonna add some stuff.
Are you gonna come sit by me?
Yeah. So first of all, I'm super proud of Maddie and just like her decision and everything. And I think like just both of us, we work really hard. Like Maddie works very hard in the gym and everything she does. And it's like when you give fitness everything like we do, like we're not just doing it just to be healthier, be in shape or anything like that. Like we're going in like training, and at some point you ask yourself like, what am I training for? And this kind of like gives you that thing, like, okay, this is what I've been training for. You're able to direct your efforts and like your focus into just a tangible goal, and it's just addicting. And I think like Maddie being such a hardworking individual, like I think it was just kind of the natural thing to do, to want to like test herself in that way. And the sport really is awesome. Like both of us said at one point we would never compete, but once you get into it, you understand the sport more, and like you meet the competitors and like the type of people who are doing it, like you gain just such an admiration for the level of hard work and dedication that it takes to do something like this. And then you can't help but ask yourself like, I wonder how I would do. I wonder how I would stand up in this sport. And then it's just like naturally you just kind of get into it. So I think that's kind of what happened.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think another big thing too is that I've always had this really big insecurity that my body type was not the right type for competing. And for those of you who followed me for a while, you're OG subscribers, or OG in Instagram, because my YouTube hasn't been going that long, OG Instagram, you know that my journey has been more of a skinny to fit journey. I started working out when I weighed like 105 pounds and had nothing to me. And it's been a process to be able to look at myself and see someone who is fit and athletic and strong and capable. And also just like little things where we all have our own insecurities and stuff, but like, you know, I have a long torso, short legs, really skinny, things like that have always shied me away from competing in the sport, because, you know, me, like I look at the top of the top competitors and I'm like, oh, like I don't look like them, I could never do that kind of thing. And that's the competitive side of me coming out, where I'm like, oh, I'm not the best, like I can't do that, like I'm scared, you know. But actually someone who's really inspired me this year is Miss Bikini Olympia this year, 2020. She won, and she's the best in the world, Miss Bikini Olympia. Her name's Janet. You should go check her out. She is a mom. She's like late 30s, I think. She's 5'9", and she's pretty petite, coming in next to a lot of other competitors who are usually like really like packed on the muscle, looking pretty full, pretty big. But she won because she brought her best physique, and she just had this charisma on stage, and it was more than just like having this, you know, huge developed muscle. I don't know. She also has a long torso. I'm just ranting now, but she's really inspired me, and I feel in like the right place now with competing. I feel like I should be here. This is what I should be doing. This is my next step. This is the way, like Brady said, I'm going to put my training to use and to feel like I'm accomplishing something and actually working towards something, because the past few months before deciding I actually am going to compete, I felt super lost in my training, and just, it's so hard to like really train hard when you're questioning why you're doing that. Because I could easily go to the gym and exercise for health purposes and chill and feel confident in my body.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Whatnot. But just how much, you know, this is my life, and how much, you know, I want to be able to inspire you guys and show you guys that, you know, we could always be working towards something, and there's always room for growth and change and all of those kind of things. I just needed something more. So needless to say, 2021 is just a very different year for me, but I'm really excited.
Yeah, I think like it's just inspiring to just get out of your comfort zone, do something scary. Like you don't have to do bodybuilding, but like just do something, like train for something or work towards something. And it just brings a lot of like fulfillment, honestly, and happiness when you are working towards something. It gives you like that daily purpose. And I think she's gonna kill it, and I mean, you're gonna have an awesome series for everyone to watch, so you guys get to follow along and see how she does.
Yeah, so let's talk about just like what all a prep entails for those of you who aren't super into that world, which maybe I will inspire you to get a little bit more into that world and simply understand it more.
Yeah, it's a crazy sport, because unlike basketball or like baseball or something where you have a few games a week and you win some, you lose some, you know, in bodybuilding it's like you have one moment on stage,
like literally less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, and everything you do for your entire off season, your entire prep, which could be anywhere between 12 weeks to 20 plus weeks, everything you're doing is for that one moment. It really builds it up. And in order to get to that position, you know, not only are you training in the off season to try to build as much muscle as possible, and in bikini specifically, like Maddie will go in detail, but they're looking for a certain shape and a certain look to the bikini competitors. But you have to get very lean in order to show off that physique. And so when you're on a prep, by that we really mean you're dieting in order to get the correct conditioning that you need for stage. It's a type of conditioning. It's not beach lean, it's not vacation lean, it's like beyond that. And
that's when it gets unhealthy.
Yeah, and it's not,
when you do it right,
it's not healthy, it's not sustainable, but it's kind of like that's the point. But it's temporary. You're gonna dip in and then you're gonna dip out. Maddie's not doing this because she wants to be really skinny and be like that for the rest of her life. Like, this is just an extreme sport. You got to do extreme things, you know. I would say like BMX isn't safe either. Doing double backflips on bikes over like a big ramp isn't healthy, but it's really cool.
Right, and that's what I was saying earlier. Like, it's not healthy, but I have the support that I need to, and I have the mental stability that I need to right now to be able to dip in and do that and come out of it strong and confident and feeling better. And
just
you know, I'm sure it won't be perfect. It's hard. It's something very, very hard, but it's gonna be a good experience. Everyone who does it literally at least does it more than once, because they're always like, oh, I loved it so much. Like, it was so rewarding, such a good thing. Everyone should do it. I love it. And it's like, but it sucks. Like, why do you want to do that if it sucks so bad? They're like, well, it was worth it.
Yeah, this is just gonna be an awesome journey. So you'll want to follow her along with this one. And I do get to coach her, so I'm super excited. We're gonna have a good time. Lots of highs, lots of lows, but
yes,
in the end, it'll all be worth it.
I'm really hoping to share a lot of this journey with you guys, because I feel like a lot of people who do prep, and maybe I'm like, gosh, Daisy can't be quiet. But a lot of people that I see really just, when they're on prep, they kind of post pretty much just like what I eat in a day and like work out and stuff. But like, I want to show you guys
how you live in a day.
Yeah, how you live in a day. What I'm going through, mentally, what I'm going through physically, the things that I'm doing. I am going to be tracking macros. Macro dieting is the best way to get shredded. So I'll be doing that for the next 12 weeks. Literally, I am on prep 24 hours of the day, even when I'm sleeping, because sleep counts and it's important. All right, you guys, that is pretty much it for this video. If you liked my announcement, comment below. Let me know what you think of everything. Let me know if you've personally competed or if you've thought about competing and you're excited to follow along my prep series here on YouTube. The next video is going to be my official starting physique in a bikini and heels, so you can see what I'm looking like right now. And we'll talk a little bit more about how I'm starting right now on prep and what I'm doing this first week. And that's it for this video, you guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you can get notified when my next video comes out. Thank you for being here. Love you guys. Talk to you in the next one. Bye.